Good morning, YouTube Live. Good morning, YouTube Live. Woo, what are we talking about today? Welcome. My name is Dr. Renée,
Dr. Robyn Gisbert.
and we are here today to explore this fabulous thing called the Hoberman Sphere, how it lives in nature, the universe, and you. So if you are feeling stuck or trapped or constricted anywhere in your life, you're going to want to watch today's episode because we're going to talk about how that innocently happens in your nervous system. It impacts your body, your mind, and your life. It is so good to see all of you here today. Welcome. Where are you chiming in from? What place in the world is lucky to have you? Where are you? Who are you? Put it in the chat. It's super, honestly, really rewarding for me when I get to see and hear who's joining us because it's a way to make it have the depth of human connection that really brings about the magic. So, who are you? Where are you coming in from? It's good to see you here. All right. Lovely Dr. Robyn Gisbert and I are both doctors of physical therapy. We practice in the state of Colorado, mostly in the role of education and empowerment for you and your nervous system. That being said, this is our official disclaimer. It's not medical advice. If you want to have a conversation around the realm of learning, please reach out. If you have a medical need, please see a doctor local to you. Hello, Tia.
Tia from Littleton.
Good to see you here. We got some other faces. It's great to have you. Welcome. As I mentioned, today we're talking about this idea from holding to flowing, how there's a rhythm. There's a rhythm to life. There's a rhythm to the universe, and there is a rhythm to your body. It is natural order. And the Hoberman, I keep wanting to call this Huberman, like, thanks, Andrew Huberman. You've forever ruined my concept and language around the Hoberman sphere. Maybe they're cousins.
Hoberman. Now you'll remember.
Morning, Erica. Good to see you. So this idea, and I got this quote from Peter Levine. From those of you who know that name, he's the creator of Somatic Experiencing. I was very inspired by doctoring a quote he had, but the universe is a natural rhythm between expansion and contraction. And notice, my friends, me just saying the word expansion with doing this evoked a really deep breath in Robyn. Did you do that on purpose?
No.
Okay, friends, that's pretty cool. Stimulus response, visual auditory cue evoked a physical response in a woman who's not in the same room as me. Everything around you is coming in, maybe affecting you physically. Worth thinking about, friends.
Yeah.
So this idea of the natural order and rhythm of the universe is always cycling between expansion and contraction. And your nervous system does the same thing every time you breathe. Good to see you here, Brian. King of Prussia. I know there's other faces here. I bet your rib cage is doing this while we're talking. Natural order, ebb and flow, the Hoberman sphere. The universe is doing it, nature's doing it, our rib cage is doing it. There's this ebb and flow in life. Robyn, speak more on that for me.
Well, I mean, everything. I was thinking about, like you said, the ribs, right? The lungs. The lungs breathe in and the lungs breathe out. And there's this expansion and contraction. And the heart, as it's pumping blood, it has a contraction and blood flows through our body, God willing. And then it expands as it fills back up with blood. And the ocean waves, they come and they go. Every part of our body does this. Like our lymph nodes, when we're sick, our lymph nodes expand to fight an illness. And then when we're done, the lymph nodes contract and shrink back down. Our cells, as we grow, they expand and then they divide and contract back. Renée, you were talking about our brain cells. Even our brain cells, our neurons, they have this rhythm. Once they, what we call fire, once they go boop and they connect and have a thought or an action, then they get quiet. And then they action and quiet and action and quiet, and the sun and the moon, and it's all this expansion and contraction of rhythm. It's just really delightful.
You know, even water.
Yeah.
Water expands as it freezes. And what percent are we made up of water? Isn't it like 96% or something?
A lot.
What percent is a human body made up of water?
I'm going to add to my percent a little bit.
Oh, good call, everybody.
Yeah.
And little callback to last week, when you drink water, feel your seat, feel your feet. This is a way to get in reps, my friends. Regulate your system. Here's this idea that I have to relate the ebb and flow to contraction and expansion and the nervous system's window of tolerance. First, I have a question for you. In your life, what are you more afraid of? Expanding or contracting or both? What are you more afraid of? And what does each one look like for you? For me, expanding tends to be professional, right? When I send out a newsletter or I go and do a talk, that's me expanding my visibility in the world. Terrifying sometimes. Contracting for me is intimacy, particularly with my partner. And I'm not talking physical per se. It's like the emotional intimacy of letting him in to the smallest parts of me, scared parts of me. That's where I'm afraid of contraction. So which one are you afraid of? Is it both? What do they look like? It's worth thinking about. It's worth writing it down in the chat, in your journal. It's a beautiful practice to become aware of self. If you're feeling stuck, there's probably some innocent event occurring in your unconscious where there's a perception of threat or fear, and it's stuck. It's not expanding. It's not contracting. It's just sort of stuck. And when a heart does this, it's called AFib.
And it's painful.
And it's painful.
It's kind of scary for folks. Understandably scary. Yeah.
Oh,
some really gorgeous shares here. I think it's cool, D. I'm hoping you were just working on tightness around your lungs. Oh, you're so welcome. And just that reminder that tightness can expand and release, and there is a rhythm that's available. And Tia, yeah, the speaking rhythm, phrases and sentences. Oh my gosh.
Wow, your ability to speak is contraction expansion. I've never thought about that, but your voice is something that lives outside of you, and your voice rides your breath. Your breath contains emotions. Your power source, your sound source, your voice. It's coming out in waves of contraction. Expansion.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. See, this is why I love community fiercely. We learn and grow more when we talk about things together.
Learning so much.
Yeah. Tell me.
Expanding the knowledge.
Yeah, everybody here, soak this up. We're aligned with the universe, expanding and contracting. It's normal. Now, I want to link this to the window of tolerance. Cool, D. It's great to see you here. Good morning, Michelle. Your little song. Ooh, I'm going to contract that one now. I am not identifying as a singer.
Oh my. Just even talking about like the contraction and expansion of a hug.
Once
It's
you
universal.
have this on your radar, you will probably see it everywhere. So as people keep watching this, put it in the comments. Where do you see the rhythm of expansion and contraction? Let's link this to your nervous system. Imagine a river. A river has a riverbed, right? The land is shaped and the water flows through it. So your nervous system is both the riverbed and the water flowing through it. Your window of tolerance is the size of the landscape. How wide is your river? And just like any river, as it's meandering through the geography of your life, it has sections where it's wider. It has sections where it's more narrow. I have a really wide window of tolerance with my sisters. I have a really wide window of tolerance with my dog in one-on-one professional sessions. I have a more narrow window of tolerance with certain people who really piss me off quickly. Taxes. Oh, and notice your body, Robyn. Yeah, our window of tolerance in and of itself depends on context.
Yeah.
So what's going on around you and within you will widen it or narrow it. And thank God for neuroplasticity because it's changeable. Your window of tolerance can get bigger as water keeps eroding, as you keep chiseling away, doing your nervous system regulation exercises, have awareness, it can stretch. And I'm not saying that wider is better because it's not. It's always dependent on context. So this idea of your window of tolerance, how do you know what it is? Well, look at the times where you're in fight, flight, or freeze. Those are, or fawning, those are great indicators to you that your nervous system is outside of its window of tolerance. So that's one way to look in your life. Am I within or outside of the window of tolerance? Is my river water flowing or is it overflowing? Or is it trickling down? We'll get back to more about that in a second. I had a point that I wanted to make, and it was this. The second way to know what is my window of tolerance is your body. Now, we want to show you an exercise today where you can develop an awareness of your window of tolerance as revealed to you by the truth teller of your body. Your body is this gorgeous, almost like a little kid. They always tell the truth, whether you want to hear it or not. And it's not personal. It's innocent. You're not a character, defected, flawed human. We all have different windows of tolerance, and your body will tell you what it is. We're going to show you an exercise about that today. Robyn and I did want to talk about the riverbed analogy. Do we want to go into a little bit?
Let's move.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Invitation. Bring 99.99999% of awareness to your own body in this moment as best you can while being safe with whatever's going on around you. And Kuldi is really starting us off. I'm feeling tightness around the diaphragm, right? So that's already an awareness of a constriction or a greater contraction. And it's okay. It's not a character defect. It's awareness. That's how you change it. So get aware of your body. Notice your breath, whether it's happening or not. The excursion of your breath might be big in some places, little in other places. It might be small everywhere, or it might be flowing. But take a moment to become aware of your pelvic floor, the area around your ribs, your neck and shoulders, and your face and head. Those 4 areas are really good indicators of where the nervous system is affecting the respiratory system. Is your breath expanding and contracting? Is your pelvic floor dropping down and up with every breath? Is your diaphragm excursioning with every breath? What's happening in your neck and shoulders? There should be little movements. You're likely not aware of most of these things because it's happening at a tune of 20 to 25,000 times a day. Same thing in your head. There's a tiny little rhythm of life movement, imperceptibly small. But with exquisite awareness, attention, you can notice it. Now let's go from microscopic to a little more macroscopic. Invitation to become aware of your hands. Maybe wiggle them in front of you and look at them. And turn them out or in, whatever you want. Your next invitation is to become aware of how far out can it go before it feels like, that's as far as I want to go right now. And how far in does it go before that's as far as in you want to go? I've got about a 12-inch excursion from out to in. And I'm just noticing the comfort zone and where the edges are. You can do this in any direction. I'm showing it in front of me for the purpose of camera, but you can do it out to the side. Ooh, I have less excursion out to the side. There's this place, this edge that I hit where it's like, yeah, I could blow through that, no problem. But there's something inside on a deeper, quieter level that says, pause. I don't want you to go any further. And Robyn's breath acknowledges, thank you for hearing me, right? Sometimes there's these small things inside of us that just want to be heard, but it's hard to hear them through the busyness of the noise of life. So Robyn, I'm noticing you're going in varying directions.
I mean, that image of the Hoberman sphere really works for me to think about the many and infinite really options of expanding in a variety of directions. And for me, I kind of like to play with the directions. Is it left and right, or north and south, or in and out, or to and fro? But I'm really enjoying the multi-directionality of the expansion inside of my body, an inner world.
Yeah, it can go different directions.
Yeah.
And folks, this might seem weird or abstract because it totally is to the logical mind. Mm-hmm. This really does require more of your right hemisphere, mm-hmm. your body attuned attention, not so much logical. Mm-hmm. And if you think and need some logic, notice the rib cage. Mm-hmm. When you breathe in and out, it's 3-dimensional.
Yeah, gyroscope. I'm curious for folks who may be expanding now or later and contracting now or later, big or small. What are you noticing? What's it like?
Yeah.
To do your own gyroscopic exploration here.
Yeah.
Little, small, big,
yeah.
up, left.
It gives me goosebumps, this conversation. And Goldie, what sometimes happens for people as they bring attention and awareness to something else, mm-hmm. like your arms, that isn't maybe as threatening as the diaphragm constricting, sometimes paying attention to the edge, the window of your energy body, sometimes noticing elsewhere actually impacts the thing you wanted to impact, right? So, I'm aware of this tightness in my chest and diaphragm. The natural thing we often do is, I got to make that better, which actually constricts it even more. So noticing elsewhere, did it have an effect on your diaphragm? What are people noticing as they are exploring the physical range, the window of tolerance? How far can you tolerate expanding before that inner voice says, I'm done here? How far can you contract, come in, get cozy before that voice says, I'm done here? Some days it's going to be big excursion. Some moments it's going to be little excursion. And there's no right or wrong. There's no good or bad. The practice, as existential as it is, to support the regulation of your nervous system is to become aware. What is my body's window of tolerance right now? How wide is the riverbed? And how is the water flowing through it? So the awareness, and then you can practice what we call edging. Right? So if I am, let's say I'm afraid of contraction in this moment, right? So I might come in, I'm safe, I'm good. Oh, right there. I don't want to contract anymore. So I can hang out with my breath at the edge. I'm not forcing it. I'm just hanging out at it. And this does two things. Number one, if I hang out at the edge, picture you and your river, you can shovel and dig to make the trench of your riverbed wider, or you can just hang out at the edge and get comfortable there. Get confident of this is my limit today, and I'm going to choose to honor that. I'm not going to push. I'm not going to force. I'm just going to honor that there's a wisdom here that I may or may not understand, and I'm just going to hang out here with it. So that's edging. If you want to grow your confidence within the window of tolerance you have, just stay at the edge without trying to stretch it. If you want to stretch it, you go to the edge, whether it's out or in. Here's my edge. And as Robyn said, you can explore the different directions and the different colors. And as you breathe into that edge, you often expand it. Okay.
Yeah.
This is our second to last nervous system regulation exercise. Thoughts, takeaways. What are you noticing? What are you learning now or later? Put it in the chat so we can hear from you. Robyn, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, just such a settling, just this short exploration of the directions for me, the kind of the swoosh in and out, just a real grounded relaxation in a short amount of time to feel more centered. And it's really the movement for me, Renée, doing the movement deepens that awareness. And then in the next moment, I'm able to bring the awareness back to the movement. It's really nice. Expansion and contraction of awareness.
Yeah. I was noticing this edge of my contraction, and I didn't want to contract further, but sometimes that's the way out of the contraction is to go into it even further. So it comes out the other side.
Yeah.
And to link this physically, like if there's a contraction around your chest or heart, this creates very real problems: irritable bowel syndrome, shoulder impingement, changes, degenerative disc, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. Yeah.
The edging, our breath provides safety for us, right? So Kuldi, Tia's words are helpful, right? Because if you're at the edge of the constriction, that tightness, you just stay with the tightness and you stay at the edge and you stay at the breath. And I find it to be helpful to have a two-way street practice, meaning body to brain, brain to body. It's a two-way street. I can do the physical bottom-up regulation things.
Mm-hmm.
Top-down regulation is imagining the structures, your tissues.
Mm-hmm.
They're contracted, just like this ball. But it can expand. And maybe it only feels safe to expand here, right? If you're stuck in a constricted tightness for a long time, it's not reasonable to expect full expansion right away.
Yeah. The other thought, Renée, that I hope could be helpful is sometimes we feel a constriction in one place of our body, and we're aware of that, and we're aware of the discomfort of that. And sometimes a practice, you can say, okay, I'm aware of that, but maybe try expansion somewhere else where it feels really safe. For some folks, for me, my fingers are an accessible place often when my trunk or, my heart area is not as accessible. So just even a little, little mini Hoberman in my hands, and it starts to kind of get that rhythm flowing that can kind of get the waves of expansion and contraction invited into both my body, and then my eyes can see it, and the rhythm comes. So you can use another part of the body.
A little toe dancing to the Hoberman.
Yes.
What should we call this? The Hoberman jive?
We're doing the Hoberman jive.
It's so funny because it reminds me of this image I have of a certain couple of people. They're not dancers, right? Yeah. And a really good song comes on.
Yeah.
And help but tap their toes.
Yes.
And I think often at the toes, like you were saying, the fingers, it's an accessible, low threat, into movement again.
Yes. And that affects the rest of the body. It as small as it might appear. Boy, the hands are talking to the brain, and the brain is talking to our breathing centers, and our breathing centers are breathing differently. There's no wasted efforts here.
Oh my goodness. Elise, my friend, says she loves this sphere so much, and she is the reason this sphere is in my hands, my friends. She was the one that first introduced me to this. So big, massive shout out and love to you.
Thank you.
And to everybody that's here, it is just a delight to see you all. Next week, we will be doing a recap of the last 9 weeks, the 9 things we wish we knew about nervous system regulation much sooner than we did. So you can build your own toolkit as we recap all 9 tools next week.
Yes. And keep dancing. Yes. Work it out through dance. What a delightful way to expand and contract and give and take. And
Goldie, it's great to see you here. Where are you coming in from? I am curious what part of the world you're in. And we've had some lovely people here today. And really great to see you. And we like these conversations. So if you like them, tell a friend to tell 2 friends, like and subscribe to the channel. All those cliche things people like me.
Smash that like button.
Please follow what feels inspiring and aligned for you. And if that happens to include us, we do appreciate your time.
Nice to be here with you.
And Goldie is from BC, Canada.
Yeah.
I do like me some Canadians. It's true.
Me too.
All right, friends. Adios, farewell, good night, goodbye, good day, good morning. Colorado.
And good edging.
Yes, we shall see you